everybody, and thank you for clicking play. We're here with my mate Lee from high school.
Hello.
And we're at obviously the RMC cave. We'll do a quick pan around inside. We're here for the actual, hands-on expo that they got upstairs with all the computers and everything like that. We both grew up with very similar machines but slight difference, so it'd be good to have a look around. And it was a bit uncomfortable coming all the way from Kent in this Lotus. Okay, that's a lie, that's not ours at all. And then we'll go in the arcade archive as well. So we'll come back and let you know what we thought of it all.
And so enter we did, and I just want to start by saying thank you to all the staff that said hello. Very friendly crew, and massive thanks to Holly, who showed us around not only in the cave itself, but was basically our chaperone for most of the day whilst keeping an eye on everybody else and making everybody else happy, but gave us some nice behind the scenes tours as well, and even allowed us back in after dark. But let's get into what we got here. Simon, my sister, had one of those pocket Simons. We also had, so she had the red one, I had the blue one of these Tomitronic 3Ds, and this is what I'm going to do in the footage. I'm not going to show you everything in the cave, you need to go there yourself. Big Track, I had one of those, and I'm going to concentrate on the things that are special to me. Game Gear, had one of those, as did my niece as well. Mine is with my nephew, I think now, one of my nephews. And as is with most stuff in the cave, there's an Atari 2600 there to play on. Pretty much anything is hands-on. Let's see how well I play with one hand while I'm filming. Yeah, not very well. But to be fair, I didn't do that much filming. And again, because that's not why I was there. I was there to hang out with my schoolmate Lee and just have a look at everything on a day when other people were there. I have been there before. It was a sort of a VIP tour with Neil, if you like. But to actually be there on a normal day with all the vibe of people. And again, just like when I went to Kickstart, it was about just spending time talking to people. There's plenty of stuff to play with. I personally spent most of my time just chatting to people, and it's fantastic. I did enjoy seeing a boxed Banshee. Oh my goodness. Oh, to open one of those boxes again. Those are populated boxes. They're not empty. They're not just empty boxes for show. Those are populated 3DFX boxes. So much cool stuff. CDTV there in display, and don't be fooled by the fact that things are in display. As Holly kept saying, if you want to see anything set up, that's what they do. They'll happily take something out, get it set up, and let people play on almost anything. Magazine area, you're allowed to browse through those magazines, take them out of their protective bags and have a look through. And this is my favourite part of the cave. I've said it before and I'll say it again, but the recreation shop. Remember, you can't buy any of these items in this shop. It's just to re-invoke those memories, and it's themed on a W.H. Smith's, but any computer shop, seeing those shelves and shelves of tapes and discs and big boxes and small cassettes and cartridges, some that have a dot on, you can scan into the kiosk that they've got, as you'll see when I pan around, and it will automatically load that game in the appropriate emulator, and off you go, as if you're doing a trial, a try before you buy, like we did back in the day. And even the piece de resistance, a W.H. Smith's original, what would have been for the staff, I assume, teacup set. That is hilarious. Everywhere you look in the cave, there's something special. And for me, it's those things that I had. My brother bought one of these Amstrad notepads, and it ended up being mine, and I used that quite a lot back in the day. I really must get another one. So much stuff to look around in. And like I say, if it's in a cabinet, doesn't mean you can't touch it. Doesn't mean you can't see it set up. Spectrum 48K, of course, and a +3. Those are both very special to me as well. Got a Woody up there, all the way down to an Xbox and a PlayStation 2. Jaguar. This is the dev den, so this is a new area that they're still setting up. but there was a couple of things I found interesting in this room. The fact that this was pride of place. That was an Amstrad PC-2286, and this is the exact same case shape as my first PC, mine being the 386 DX model, the PC-2386. So that was really special. It wasn't turned on, but just to sit at that machine again, I spent a little bit of time just soaking that in. And there's a very special photo on this copy of F-16 Combat Pilot, and that's not my story to tell. I'm sure that will come out in time. I do know the backstory of that photo, but that's one of my all-time favourite games. And then, yes, it was time to go into the arcade archive for the afternoon session. And oh my goodness, I'm going to risk a copyright strike here. I'm going to just let you soak in the sounds of when you walk in. What a place, and what evocative sounds. It just takes you right back to those 80s days of going to an arcade. Listening to it back now, it is so special. And you got everything there, you know, from Pong, and of course they've got plaques similar to in the cave as well, plaques explaining what you're looking at, what period it's from. And it was great to see so many families here playing these games, lots of teenagers, bit of a struggle for me to keep minors out of shot. In fact, there were so many young people enjoying these games. Space Invaders, Defender. First time I played Defender was in Bath. I remember that. It was in the corner of a toy shop of all places when I originally played that. Keep in mind, by the way, any slowdown you see during this footage, it was my camera struggling with the low light. It was not these machines. These are all original machines, not emulation, and there was no slowdown at all happening. Not that I certainly saw anyway. Oddly, there is an outrun in the corner. I don't think I've got any footage of it, but I did have a play on Super Hang-On, and I did take time to video that. I didn't get myself playing outrun, but I did play it. And Lee had a great time as well, playing some of his favourites. And again, we did more playing than I did filming, because that's why I was there, to just enjoy this amazing, amazing place. Here's a bit of two-player Defender. Two hands Defender, because I'd actually put the camera down. Let's see how I go. There we go. So just come out of the arcade archive, had a fantastic day. Lee, what were your thoughts?
I believe that places like this should exist because they just take you back to when everything was easy and simple, and the joy they bring is immeasurable, and it's amazing. It's infinite credits, no money needed. You just pay to come here, have a look around. Yeah, I wish there were more places like this.
It's like it's a paid sponsor, isn't it? But it's not. You know, I know Neil, but he doesn't know Neil from Adam. So, no, it's fantastic. And to hear somebody from, let's call it outside of the community, just come in and go, I feel like it's like being a kid again, is absolutely fantastic. And so, yeah, congratulations to Neil and everybody that puts a lot of work in to keep this place going, because it's those emotions, you know. yes, we come here to have a look at the machines, have a play on the machines, but you can't buy emotions on eBay. Do you know what I mean? And that's what this place gives you in spades.
Ultimate man-child experience.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
All it needs is strippers. All right, bye.
Shouldn't we move? Because otherwise it would be
Yeah.
exactly the same spot.
That's true. That's
Like,
true. We're good at this, and I'm going to throw all this in after the thing anyway. We literally we've just actually just done the intro, and now we're going to record the outro.
Yeah.
But we're just going to move, so you guys didn't know that that's what we do until you get past the outro. Okay. There's the arcade archive. There we go. So just come out of the arcade archive.